Samsung can only accuse you of taking apart their device via a third party until you crack and actually do, because it's just ridiculous. I've taken the phone apart and we now know why Samsung have been such idiots with trying to get this thing fixed. Before we get into it though, I just want to say, Samsung, this is completely your fault. Anything that follows from this, you completely deserve my sort of untempered rage at this point, let's be completely honest here. But I'm gonna try and be nice, and no, that's just a complete lie. I'm gonna be brutally honest about what's happened here. First of all, the reason I took this apart, by the way, I'm just like holding this on, it's not even staying down at this point, it's got no glue on it. The reason I took this apart was because, as you saw in the video the other day, the side had inflated where the battery had gone up, which I've got right here, which is definitely inflated, and Samsung said that we don't care what you say, we're not going to fix it, and I decided, you know what, if they're not fixing it, I'm going to fix it myself. So I took some hot air to it, and a separator and a guitar pick, and we ended up like this. In fact, there's actually like the protective panels here, and there's like the wireless charging coil and the battery, but you get what I mean. Quick side note, you won't be able to see it too well in this, so I'm going to cut to a picture. This is what the phone looked like when you took the back off. You can see just how inflated it was. There is something really important I want to point out though, which is that though two separate Samsung technicians claimed that the phone had been opened by a third party, neither of them, nor the customer service representative I've been talking to, could tell me how they could tell, which is telling because it hadn't been opened by a third party. However, here's the thing. So I took the phone apart, right? This is the battery. I took it out and I visually inspected it to see if there was anything where you could tell the reason the battery had gone bad, right? Because there's usually a reason. There's a puncture, or the bit of metal inside is sort of not up to scratch, and it happens. Lithium-ion batteries are very complicated, and if you manufacture millions of devices, a few of them are going to explode. It just kind of happens, deal with it. But there's something special here. You see, when I sent off the phone, it was completely fine, right? The battery worked, the camera sensor was damaged, but the battery worked and the phone worked fine. And having taken it apart, I can see what a Samsung engineer did to it. If you look at it up close, you can actually see a little hole like right there. Again, picture to be inserted here so you can see it better. But what's happened is, as an engineer has worked on this, they've accidentally punctured it and it has damaged the cell, and it's meant that the phone could have potentially exploded in my face. Like, that was an actual possibility. However, a new, undamaged one of these costs just £15, so I've bought one along with some adhesive, which cost like £2 or something. I don't even remember it was that cheap. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the new battery. The phone is then going to probably work. Who would have guessed? I'll put the adhesive on here, put those together, and then manage the thing that Samsung couldn't do for 2 months, which is fix the bloody phone. It's also safe to say that I wasn't exactly calm and relaxed when I replied to the Samsung representative who tweeted back at the thing. I posted that video on Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. And a Samsung representative replied to it like a couple of hours ago, like today. So today's Monday as I'm recording this. I'm going to edit it and put it up straight away, right? So someone replied like a couple of hours ago relative to right now, and they were like, oh yeah, just DM us and we'll be sure to sort it out. The only issue being I'd DM'd them 12 hours prior because a different Samsung representative said, hey, DM us and we'll find out. And then they went, yeah, we're not going to fix that because it was taken apart by a third party when it was first opened up, and it hadn't been because it was first opened up by a Samsung representative, and it was last opened up by a Samsung representative, and no one had opened it up in between. In fact, this is the first time a non-Samsung representative has opened this device. So hey, if you want to see me hating on the Samsung Twitter account, check my Twitter out. It's G_Chachnidze, link in the description, and you'll find out the conclusion there. There's one more video to be made here. I think I'm going to make a video of me putting the phone back together, just in case you wanted to see what it's like to sort of do that, and we'll see. The parts should be arriving Wednesday, Thursday this week, So video will probably come up next Monday, I'd assume. We shall see. And yeah. There's a conclusion to be made here though. See, the thing is, Samsung seem to not care about their customers. Why? Because once you've bought their phone, they just... why should they, right? You've already bought their device, they've already made their money off you. What else do you have to do for them? Absolutely nothing. You have absolutely nothing else to offer them once you've bought their device, which means that to them, the fact my phone is like this is exactly the same as me having a fully functioning device, because they got their cut already. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and if you're a Samsung representative, like, who works on customer service, like, shame on you. Like, just seriously, I spent literally 2 months messaging you guys, like, since August. I've been trying to get in touch with you guys to, like, fix this thing, and I had to email your CEO, who then redirected me to the head of exec office, or someone like executive sales support or something like that, and then she was completely useless, let's be completely honest here, because I've ended up with this, and hey, thanks guys. If you like the video, make sure to hit like. If you didn't, I'm not quite sure why you're still here. However, there are things you can do. For example, you can click up here to see the previous video, which was the Tech News Roundup, and surprise, surprise, we were talking about Samsung again, and their phones were blowing up and having battery issues again. Who would have guessed? You can also click up here to see a random Snappy-Tech video. It could be absolutely anything from me going to London for the day to me reviewing the Honor 5X, which is a good phone. You should check it out, and it's really cheap as well. Also, if that phone breaks, Honor will probably help you out because they're actually really helpful and really nice people. So that's always a plus. Hit subscribe to find out the conclusion to this, like if anything else happens, as well as me putting this phone back together. And I'll see you guys next time.